you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains, rabid and ravenous.
Almost ready. Getting attacked by a kitty. I'm watching you, dog. Alright.
You call that escorting Her Illustrious Highness? What were you thinking?
Captain, this is not the time for such complaints. As for you, Witcher, next time keep close.
Oh, bullshit. You guys ran.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last
Admonishing me
attacked
for their
in the
own
palace
failures. Come on.
gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally.
Not really.
Might I ask
Oui,
what
oui, oui.
has brought you to Castel Ravello?
I want to talk to you.
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of
Or he will
course.
kill you. But if you challenge him to
Did
fight
you hear that,
fisticuffs, he'll probably win.
Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about San Real?
Where is she? Oh, wait.
I am at your service.
The San Real. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Sounds sus,
Who
but I
holds
bet
the
you there's a
barrels to the
hidden
palace?
access into the basement.
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
But I like asking
Your Grace?
questions.
How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is this Unreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
I was gonna say, is she going alone to destroy evidence, or... Nope, doesn't look like it. Are you gonna yell at me because I fell behind again?
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing.
That's why
been
he's the
very
perfect
loyal.
one for it.
He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a
He is
beggar
a
until I
professional
appointed him
winer.
steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Yay! Inventory management.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
What a nerd. Ooh, the history of Est. Est, often considered one of the chief treasures of the people of Toussaint, is best known for the wines cultivated in that region. It is hard to determine when exactly the first barrels of Est were matured, though we can surmise that it must have been around the time of the first human forays into the Duchy's present lands. My accent is going to be all over the place in this one. What is certain is that the wine truly gained fame only during the reign of Duchess Adele Marta, who held Est in near divine esteem, and for that reason bestowed upon Castel Ravello the privilege of being the official ducal vineyard. Yeah, my accent has already changed like 3 times. She also reserved a special place in the cellars for the Bourquier Place. And to this day, 2 barrels of every vintage are ceremoniously deposited on the shelves. The tapping of any of them is, by order of the ducal edict, Vino Sanctus Est, punishable by death through dragging behind a team of horses. Did I read this one? I don't think so. This looks different. Dat la fan der Eretine. You don't know us, but we know you better than you think. We know your past, your origins, your secrets. We know that you're a vampire, and we know that your weakness for a woman called Renowed. We have news for you. Renowed is alive and well. At the moment, how long this lasts is entirely up to you. Renowed has everything she needs, even Kovir repairs, for which, as you know, she has particular liking. All this, however, may change soon. If you do not meet her demands, Renowed may soon be missing not only pears but bread and water also. We'll lock her away in a rat-infested dungeon and start to torture her. First, we will pull out her fingernails. Then we will break her bones. And finally, we'll strip her skin off, piece by piece. You, however, can save her. All you have to do is go to Beauclair and kill 5 people in a specific way. 5 unimportant souls for the woman you love. You will shortly receive a letter with the first name and instructions. You have 3 days to perform the killing. If you do not succeed, instead of the next letter, you'll receive a finger of your beloved. Do not look for us, you won't find us. Your friends. Probably Renowed. Oh. Sheet 1. Count Crespi called himself a knight, but spat in the face of chivalry. That's why he should not die with a sword in hand, but atoned for his dishonor on the town pillory. He was a rogue and should die a rogue's death. You did well with Count Crespi. He got what he deserved. Now it's time for Roman Dulac. But idiot thought he was smarter than a new penny, always issuing his judgments which broke people's futures and necks. He was a fool and should die like a fool, alone with no weapon in a dark alley, with a broken neck. Count de la Croix committed the basest acts out of love for his money. and his love for his money. He tore to shreds the hearts of those who trusted him. That's why he will cut him to pieces and attain the coin pouch accompanying this letter to his body. And attached, sorry. Your penultimate victim is Milton de Piacaroa. He who should have shown valor in the defense of the innocent turned out to be the greatest coward of the Beauclair knighthood. That's why he must die like a coward. You'll kill him during the tournament, when the hare hunt commences in the ducal grounds. Milton will be the hare. He will escape, like a coward. Then you will hunt him down and kill him, just like a hunter kills a coward. They're really pushing that coward thing. Evolus till 19 vintage.
Evolus. I like it. Quite dry.
An
Beauclair
excellent wine. You've good taste.
I am very good at whining, and now I'm going to steal all the wine. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Ah.
Est. I think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Reve.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Got Pomino over here.
Alright, maybe upstairs. Is there more? Yes. 1270.
Saint-Réal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
Oh shit, Sherlock. Oh. Let's loot random shit. Ah! Of course it's gonna be the last time.
Saint-Réal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
There it is.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Yay! Let's knock on barrels.
Full.
Knock?
Full?
Are we taking turns? Till we get to the middle? Why can't I do that one? Okay, I guess I'll do this one now.
Full.
There it is.
This one's full too.
Oh, what? Now you're not gonna help knock?
Full.
Come on. Why does this not work consistently? There it is.
This one's full too. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanrial? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
That's it, I know where that's at. Yay! I'll tap her barrels. Middle right.
Taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
So,
Slightly smoky, strongly tannic, definitely Sanrial.
Do I have to keep getting more taps? Damn it. Wait, let's do since I've been finicky. Yeah, I probably need to go find more taps. Game? What is going on? I thought that one had something. Ooh. Stealing Estes here. Okay, so maybe I have to take the tap back out. That was waste. Nope. Just the game being the game. Just try them all.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a
It's
barrel.
Bud Light.
The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
He's just been hanging out with Robotnik here.
I am very disappointed.
But your grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman
But I'm
without
still
land of his
super
own?
whiny.
I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrian aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody'd find out?
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, your grace, you must forgive me.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That was awfully good timing. Okay.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sintrian Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
Let's do it, Robotnik.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
What's the signal? Well, I'm going to start killing people. Ah, pretty good signal.
Relax. Now we wait.
our favorite vintner.
Ah, shoot, I should have Delusion equipped again.
It's not him.
I will show you.
Whoop, that was a good start by me. Hold on. Who I got right in the wall at? Uh-oh. Should we stop and ask him questions? No, murder, murder! How do we get information out of him? And for what? Robotnik just wants that hedgehog more than anything. Wombo gombo. Good, we killed everybody. Now let's start asking questions.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a
Good work,
fight.
Robotnik. We'll get that
We managed
hedgehog.
to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Had no reason to trust him.
Had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it.
Oh.
Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Yeah, I would have guessed that.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
She likes
The
seeing
master's
people
eye
sliced.
fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask
Oh,
him
we
some
crawled away while we were
questions.
talking.
Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Heh.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call him.
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Great idea.
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he is all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
We're gonna need you to thrash
No,
around
don't
a
let him!
lot.
I'll talk!
Where are the barrels going?
Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Oughta be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Centurion. That is what they call him. I've never seen
The
him, but
Corinthian.
I know he
Wait, that
mustered
was
the
the
man for this cape. That's what they said, that we were working for the Centurion. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Good thing we slaughtered everybody instead
Take
of
him away.
carefully killing people.
Throw him in the
Or
dungeon.
knock him out.
He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Centurion. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's do it.
Let's go to town.
Giggity.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Centurion appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence.
No, it was a good
And it was
investigation.
he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Centurion could be a middleman. Slipped up and we'll use that. Let's go with middleman.
Still don't know this Centurion's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the Blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Centurion, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centurion does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Not the first time.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Centurion accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Centurion's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer. I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Centurion gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
What's that?
The Mandragora. What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours, and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Gotta nab the Centrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Centrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In
We.
that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
Meet her in her back alley. Got it. Alright. Let's mark this for a second. Let it do its thing.
I should double the patrols.
Oh, it's a pig. Alright.
Yes, likely drunk in the gutter again. Is that not this curve with the price on it? It's him! Get him!
What? Why are we fighting?
Now! All together!
Whoa.
You're done for, murderer!
Ooh.
We'll teach you discipline. We can do it! Choke on it, you rapscallion!
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
Those flasks sound nice. Ooh, contract and a Witcher. Nah. That's a pretty good picture. Music's all happy and swelling about it, like, yeah.
Patrolling
Geralt
on an empty
got
stomach.
attacked.
Dreadful.
Probably should have just grabbed Roach for this one. Or check the fast travel.
Up, shoop, dum, da, re, up, shoop.
If I weren't just...
The witch is a jolly good fellow! And so is our Duchess dear.
So much. Uphill, we're all running. Alright, before we go too far. Oh, Pia.
Sacre bleu! It's a crime. You're from the north. That's painfully clear.
Well, that's
Excuse me,
racist.
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
All jests aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
And you'll give it to me for free. Elegant bouclet doublet. Elegant courtiers doublet. Elegant courtiers doublet. Shirt. Elegant bouclet boots. Elegant bouclet trousers. Nilfgaarding trousers. Masks. Dies. We're gonna do. Let's be elegant. Oh, so elegant.
Thanks. Think that
Ever your servant.
Made this mistake before, so let's take the gloves off.
Healing is an art which a great many know, yet very few understand.
All right. Oh, so pretty.
Master Witcher, spare me a wee moment.
Nope. Oh, it's just down the road. That was a pretty good accidental jump, if we're being honest.
What is they call you? Gervant.
Disperse! The exhibition of the regional
I'm my own master with a bottle in front.
The guard brings peace to our domains.
These people like me a little bit better.
Long live Toussaint!
Alright. Because of the crap that's happened before with clothes. Let's save before I go and make sure I don't get yelled at.
late. Why does that not surprise me?
3 hours later.
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
I'm gonna say... Didn't she just explain this? Let's do it anyway.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
And put the weapons in R2-D2. He's going to launch them at me if trouble happens.
How do we find the Synthrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us more.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3
Mandalorian. Wait a
displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Bellant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
Dandelion is doing something wrong.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Just
Kaveri
like
orchid. Let's look for it.
the
if we find
leader
Cecilia,
of everybody?
we'll find the Centrian.
Oh, come on. Let me see. Excellent. Optional. Take part in the soiree's entertainment.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Toss some good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you
Oh, I like that stance.
Splendid! The sky over
Putting the leg up on the table and everything.
That green. Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different red.
Hold on, I want the red one. Game, no! Say, am I done? We have to keep going green. Okay, I guess I had to go more green. There we go, now I got the red. Oh, I should have tried doing something. Now it just looks like I'm doing Splatoon.
Full sensually parted lips.
Yellow. Why ever yellow?
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
I got it! It's the Soreto!
It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blush is all
It is, I'm feeling my soul manifest right now. That and then one right in the middle.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil. And defiance.
I like it.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
a true talent. Paints like
Absinthe. The preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
I'm in.
This painting, it's rather... It's very...
bloody colorful. That's what.
1 second.
Ignoramus.
It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such talent. Exceptionally true. No, would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame he didn't come along.
Need I remind you that neither did you?
Alright.
True talent tastes like
Yoink.
the great one. The great one. But he's a dance.
I'm gonna assume the big circle means she's probably over here. Or is it just a general thing going on?
Pretentious.
Fragment of the script of a
All
stage
sorts
play.
of criticism.
I made that.
Pretentious.
Use my intention. Yeah, I should have a camera set up so I can just show everybody the kitty. Ooh. The besotted witcher. It is thick as mud envelopes a dense wood. A full moon hangs in the sky above the trees. Note, scenography must include a representation of the full moon. Wolves howl plaintively in the distance. A witcher walks through the woods in careful, measured strides. He wields a silver blade in it. Gods damn it all. The moon is at its fullest. Long have I waited this night. 3 weeks have I spent in that foul pit. All to catch a lone werewolf. At least the miller's daughter helped me while away the time. In fact, I leave only a certain sense of regret. Perchance I should take her with me. We hear the snap of breaking behind the witcher. He turns around swiftly, his guard raised. He spies the werewolf. I got you, no, beast. Arg. Furious roar. Werewolf removes his mask. Witcher can see it is the miller's daughter. He's astonished. He does not know what to do. Well, what now? Will you kill me? Or perhaps you'll take me with you. Uh-oh.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
I'm in. At least this section I can play one-handed. Hold on.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Go, lantern, go! Oh, hold on. Must. Wait, there's something in the water. Ooh, there's a dude flying.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Saraba, Durandum, Kalabathista, Saveshkahi, Deshkahi, Ha!
Back out of the fountain. The great Khaleesi.
Ah, how beautiful. The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Checking the alcove.
I'm sure you understand. There are a great many highly qualified candidates.
But are you sure it's an original?
My employer swears it.
What?
This is definitely done. Let's go.
Your boards, as you've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor of the concept.
Art. Alright. Are there more alcoves over here? Or...
Outrage. Cecilia never should have performed tonight. We are busy.
Okay. Wait. Yay, silverware.
But are you sure it's an original?
My employer.
Please leave. This is a private alcove.
Oh, private your alcove. Is it upstairs maybe? Is there more? Let's see a way to get up there. One with a Corviri orchid near here. Let's go try this side. Let's see. Oh no, I'm getting banned. No! Nope. Dang it, too
Do
late.
not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her
Well, hopefully I blocked
complexion.
enough of it.
Need to
YouTube won't be
talk to
too
your
angry.
model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
It's a lovely portrait.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is
He made her
Dorian
bazongas
Velez.
twice as big as they normally
The
are.
gracious lady has heard of me.
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think
I've always
you may still
longed
get
to
your
paint
chance.
my highness's lustrous bazongas. The kind that even YouTube can't censor.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian Noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Alright. That should be a partial ban. But not too bad.
It must be someone famous. We must throw off the manacles of form.
Hit a fist tag. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Ooh. Num. Num num.
Color is but the shadow of deliberations on the nature of existence. It is irrelevant. Hey, the cat and the fiddle.
What's that? I shall go.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Alright. Keep searching. Love letter.
Love letter penned on a napkin.
Laura.
Look.
Oh, my dearest love. Oh, lone ray of sunshine in the firmament of my life. I shall speak from my heart. For weeks I have been shooting stolen glances in your direction, hiding the hope I dare nurture deep within my bosom that perhaps you feel for me even 1 iota of the affection I feel for you. I have waited long, gathering the courage to confess my feelings for you. I would certainly be waiting still had you not appeared in tonight's soiree, in the company of that womanizing, carousing, drivel-scribing, pretentious pig named Alphonse de Reside. When I saw that emaciated turd fawning over you, I immediately knew I had to act. I turned to the best weapon in my arsenal, the quill and the well-turned phrase, and began writing you this letter. Forgive me, it is written on a napkin, for I had nothing more appropriate that at hand at time. O most marvelous of all women, do not believe a word he whispers in your ear. He is as slippery as a viper, and twice as venomous. Reject his advances, and let me walk hand in hand with you, feed you grapes, and with you radiate happiness to the heavens themselves. Yours forever, Fabian.
Reception
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life.
We must throw off the manacles.
Treacly refuse.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Deliberations on the nature of existence. It is irrelevant to the work's ultimate.
Oh, there it is. Every scent I follow always walks in a weird esque
It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such
sinusoidal sense.
exception true. Now, would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame to be.
Need I remind you, it's not
Aren't they even? Because the right cuff seems somewhat...
Dun dun dun. F5.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
1. Don't tell anyone.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Oh, he's dead.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Understood. I will stand in the way.
Upstairs.
Excuse me. Back to snoof mode. Oh. Am I gonna have to get ready to block this? Nope.
That must be Cecilia.
She's just dead, not naked. YouTube's okay with slit throats, not
no pulse.
boobs.
We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Get out, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Bloody handprint. It's his. Killed her, then went out on the balcony.
I'll say nothing feels more American than knowing that YouTube will yell at me for showing 2 seconds of video game boobs. But someone being murdered is perfectly fine.
Must be pretty strong, too. Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil. Footprints made by soiled boots. Must have climbed this ladder. Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor.
I'm gonna find a body.
Bloodstains.
More gold. Hold on.
Looks at a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
Ooh, valuable jewel.
Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a strap.
Very lucky that girl.
Jewelry
And the
box.
next thing.
Lock's busted. Picked open, probably.
No, I don't want that. I wanted the floating candlestick.
Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it.
Sconce is bent, floating in the air.
Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward
Couple
the
more
room.
things.
Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
And there's a knife.
Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Fair enough.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer.
Called it.
Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Yep, that's what we need to do.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
What do you think about her?
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Sonreal and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the
close.
schemers.
It's his sister.
She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Why was she banished?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her.
And
No
snap
matter
her
what she
neck.
did, she is not to be harmed in
Oh.
any way, shape, or
Alright,
form.
fine.
You must make sure of that.
I'll try.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally.
Oh, she's a vampire too.
Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I
Definitely.
can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Just like
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
There are a lot of monsters
Enough
that really
about
aren't
the
doing
Witcher trait
anything
for
bad
now.
too.
Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me
And she
go.
turns into mist.
Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaf here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlaf believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
You and your ravens. It's no fair. I
Now
want a
listen
raven.
close. Managed to learn where the Blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Dettlaff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Dettlaff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Dettlaff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Dettlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
If I have to. I wanted to get cronked.
You have exceptional friends. This Dettlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't
tell
know
you
him
much?
too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Yay!
Quite the fragrant whiff. What is the pheasantry stewing up?
Alright, once it finishes the thing, that's gonna be it for tonight. I have not used my points in a bit.
Turn back a river with a rod. Sit, drink.
Do 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 do. One more. Yeah, we're done. Big ol' save. Wait a minute. Before I do that. Not that I'd forget, but I'm still going to do. Whoa. I can use dyes. Anyway. What is going on? Stop taking over my stuff. There we go. Alright. Suit it up. Let's hit the save. And until next time.